Okay, this is Trade Talk, Thursday, 6 o'clock, just gone 6 o'clock. Right, okay, so let's check out some of the recent trades we've actually done. I'm going to go through some of the pairs, pound Aussie, pound Kiwi. I'm going to look at silver and gold and also the indexes as well. Right, so without any further ado, I'm just going to check that this is recording. Okay, it is. Right, first off, so pound Aussie. Now, I'm going to look at, we're looking, first off, we're looking, we've got a trade on this, on the main account. We're selling pound Aussie, all right, sell here. As for regards to the RSI is concerned, we can see the RSI has dipped off sort of at that 70 line, and now we're tailing off to the downside. The MACD seems to be around the 30 level. Okay, this can sell off some more. It's just sort of flatline here around 30 and the RSI. So I think potentially there's a bit of downside for the RSI and the MACD to come up where they can cross. All right, so I think personally the RSI is going to come off and the MACD sort of will find its there, and they might cross around 35, 40, 45. In this time, we should see pound Aussie come off somewhat. I do think we've hit a double top here around this 190 level, 191, 190.50, and I do think it's a fairly big resistance. All right, so we've got some, we've had some Aussie data come out. Means minutes, so that was good for Aussie and not so good for pound against the Aussie. So I think we're going to tail off back towards that sort of base support around 185 before we see any more meaningful upside here. Sort of around here will be the base, I think, and we'll see. Let's just see what happens there. But I do think pound Aussie for now look to take some profits off the table. We've had a nice rally back up, and I think it's now down to test 185, 185.50 to the downside. So I'm happily going to keep our short on that on pound Aussie and look to reassess. And I do think we've got more downside for the RSI, the retail strength index, to tail off down towards that 30, 40 level. All right, let's check out pound Kiwi, another interesting one, very similar to pound Aussie. You know, both this market is at a high recently. They do sort of follow each other to a certain degree. We've sort of had a consolidation pattern here for the last 3-4 weeks in and around 201 to 205. We did that top, didn't we, middle of October, I should say, and now there we trade in a very mild range. And if this breaks to probably $2, I'd say, if we break $2 to the downside, we will see a good bit more downside again, sort of 2050, 2040. We will see a good amount of downside to come there, won't we? That's what I think. Much more downside to come, potentially all the way down sort of 193, 194. RSI is looking weak. MACD still has got some more to go to the downside, I feel. So I definitely think the next week or two, this 2 level needs to hold here. So we're going to struggle with that. If it breaks, then it's just down towards 192, 193. Zooming out of there and looking at a weekly, then I am more bullish. All right, but a massive middle of last year came back and got that W pattern, and now we've consolidated. If we one more to find massive resistance for pound Kiwi, and if we zoom out, we can see that it stretches all the way back. We can see here that stretches all the way back here to around sort of April, May, sort of May, June 2016. All right, sort of, and it broke 205. All right, so a massive sell-off, and we've struggled to get back above that distance for rises are to come. But it's that sticking point where it had difficulty for a few weeks to break. We did get some support when it broke up through. It rallied hard, came back. Okay, so that's what we're looking to carry on. Okay. So exit is eventually announced, so maybe after Christmas, but it will come, and we want to catch it because these are going to be huge moves. Right, let's look at pound dollar. For me now, again, it's still bearish as long as we remain below 130. You know, you can't help but be bearish. Again, from 2014, all we've seen is lower highs, and this is what we're seeing now. We need to break out above. Let's go. We need to break out above this 133 level, not even 130, but it needs to be 133, I believe. We'll get above there. We're going to test that 140 level again. Big resistance. And if we can get above there, 140, I believe, 140, 142 will be the next point of call. Again, I said in the blog earlier in the week, I'm again skeptical. I've been huge on gold and silver action, towards 15, maybe 15. Let's see as we go forward. I'll try and connect. All right, guys. Okay, so yes, excuse me for the sound again. We do need to get above. Let's look on the daily. Let's zoom in one more. We again higher lows. Sorry, lower highs. Okay, I always get that wrong. Lower highs, and this is where we are now. So we really need connect the dots. We do need to break above that 18 level, just above there, and remain above there. If we can't get above there, we're going lower, okay? Back towards these levels here. to get above and stay above 18.15. We will see that 3,000 points, small pips. We get there 200-300 large pips, that which we want, All right, guys. So let's see where it's all going to come about. It's going to be very interesting. Let's have a look at euro yen on the weekly. Again, big. I do think we're going to see some upside shortly here. Just look at that. If we can hold above this level here, around 121, we will see 127, 128 be restored. I do think that's going to happen. T1. Well, that's the level there. That's the key level around this level to be back up, and then we'll look to trade this bad boy around there. Ultimately 122, break above and stay above 120, 150. We're just bearish on this pair, okay, but we need to get above and break above. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. An issue today. All right, guys, sorry. Sound's been an issue. Will correct. Get up towards what was on for a number of sessions, number of weeks quickly. All right, guys, I'll post this in the group and look forward to the next one. Thank you, guys.